Hello everyone and welcome to this joint friendly slow flow session. This session is perfect for if you have arthritis or if you've just got kind of really sore joints or tender joints. This session can be really helpful for that. It's a really nice way to just move nice and gently and just feel like you're just getting a little stretch out in the body and definitely feeling a little better for it. Excuse my voice, I'm just getting over a cold but can't seem to get rid of this husky voice. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but I'm not going to let it stop me. So when you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. When you're ready, standing on the mat with your feet about hip distance apart, we're just going to take a couple of breaths here first just to arrive on the mat. So feet are planted nice and firmly here. We're going to take a nice deep inhale and we're going to really lengthen up throughout all of the body and up through the crown of the head. Take a moment here to close the eyes or soften the gaze. And then let's take a nice deep inhale in through the nose and a nice long exhale out of the mouth. Just starting to feel the feet sinking a little deeper into the floor. Inhale nice and deeply. And then as you exhale, just releasing the shoulders, allowing them to just settle and relax. Take another deep breath in. This time fully exhaling, releasing every little last drop of air from the lungs. And then just allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Just take a moment here just to notice how your body is feeling. Notice how the muscles are. Notice how the joints are. And please do so without any judgment. You're just being the observer here, just noticing what you notice. Wonderful. When you're ready, take a nice deep breath in, nice sigh out through the mouth. And just gently blink open the eyes. Let's start with a really nice little gentle warm-up. Starting with the neck, we're going to drop the chin down to the chest. We're going to roll the nose to the right shoulder. And then gently roll through center, bringing the nose to the left shoulder. Roll it back down, and then lift, right shoulder. Keep it going, slowly through center, up to the left. And you can keep your eyes closed here. Really think about how this feels in the neck and the back of the shoulders. Lovely. Let's take it one more time over to the left. And then bringing the chin back down to the chest. Inhale to just lift the nose up. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to sweep the arms out to the side. We're just going to take a little reach back, so a little squeeze of the shoulder blades. You kind of lift the chest up towards the sky. As you exhale, you're going to bring the arms in for a hug. So crossing one arm over the top of the right, giving yourself a nice big hug, a nice big squeeze here. We're going to open up the arms on an inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to cross the arms again, but switching this time. So sending the opposite arm on top, giving yourself a nice big hug. Lovely. Inhale, open. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then again, switching the arms, giving yourself a hug. Wonderful. Inhale, open. And then again, switching the arms. Nice big hug. Hold it here. Give yourself a really big squeeze this time. And if it feels okay for your neck, drop your chin down to your chest so you get a nice stretch in the back of the neck as well. Inhale, slowly bring the head up. Let's open the arms. And then let's sweep the arms into the air. Bring the palms together, press the palms together, creating a little bit of engagement in the arms. Inhale, and then exhale. Let's just gently float the arms down by our sides. Lovely. Let's take a little roll of the shoulders, rolling both up and back. Keep the arms nice and loose and soft. So you can just allow the elbows to gently bend. Just rolling the shoulders back. Keep breathing here. Lovely. One more. And then just allow the arms just to settle down by your side. Wonderful. From here, we're going to take the feet slightly wider than hip distance. You can just turn your toes out slightly as well and find a little softness in your knees, that really tiny micro bend in the knees. We're going to bring the hands to the hips, and then we're just going to start to circle the hips around. So making these circles as big or as small as you like, really feel it out. And as you kind of scoot the hips forward, try to bend into the knees a little bit. So try not to be rigid in the knees. And then you can kind of go deeper each time if it's going to feel good. Remember, this is a joint friendly session, so we're trying to keep the joints happy. So you know your limit with your joints. So just listen to your body and just see how you go. Lovely. As with all circular motions, we're going to reverse it, take it in the opposite direction. Again, just bending into the knees. Lovely. Wonderful. One more just for luck. And then bring it back to center. Let's take a little shift now from left to right. So just shunting the hips to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And then just add in the bend of the knee. So as you shift to the left, bend into the left knee. Bring it back to center and then gently switch to the other side. Now there could be some clicking and popping here. And again, it's about just being mindful of the joints, being mindful of the knees here, and just only go into your body's limits. It's important to remember as well that, you know, any amount is good. If it's just a really tiny micro bend that you take as you shift to the side, then that's great. Wonderful. Let's go one more time each side. And then bring it back to center. Wonderful. Bring the feet back in. We're going to do a little bit of mountain breathing now. So with your feet about hip distance apart, a little softness in the knees. Inhale, take a little bend in the knees as you sweep the arms up into the air. We're going to bring the palms together. We're going to exhale. We're going to start to fold it forward. Now take your time here, taking it into a forward fold that suits you. Maybe you grab a block here. Maybe you place the block underneath your hands. Maybe your fingertips are touching the floor. Maybe your hands are resting just gently on your shins, or maybe even the tops of the thighs. Just coming down to a point, again, that suits your body. Just allowing the head, the neck to hang nice and freely. And just start to think about that stretch in the back of the legs. Maybe you're feeling it in your low back, but hopefully not so that's causing you any pain. Inhale, let's rise to a halfway lift. We're having a nice flat back here, making a long line from the crown of the head all the way to the tailbone. Exhale down to a forward fold. And then inhale, take a little bend in the knees as you start to rise up through the body. Taking your time, but not going too slow. And then circling the arms up overhead. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, take a bend in the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float it down, forward fold. So just taking your time, finding that forward fold again. Feel that stretch. Take a breath into that stretch. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward. Inhale, let's rise it up. Circle the arms, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise it up. Circle the arms, And then hands to heart center. Lovely. Now come to the top of the mat if you are not standing there already. Place the hands on the hips. Take a breath, and as you exhale, you're going to step the right foot back. Taking a nice large step back here, and then bringing the heel down to the floor. We're going to have a bend in the front knee, and when we're ready, we're going to sweep the arms up into the air for a warrior one. Now, if you're in this position, you feel really super unbalanced, you feel maybe you've stepped this leg back a little too far, then please adjust it. Make those adjustments that you need. Make it comfortable for you. One of my mantras that I say in all of my classes is make the poses work for you, not the other way around. Reach up nice and high, create space in the torso, in the ribs. Breathe in deeply here. Take a nice long exhale out through your mouth. Lovely. Inhale, and then exhale. Let's bend into the elbows, bringing the arms out to the side. So we're in this kind of cactus shape with the arms. Still gazing forward, creating some space through the fingers, stretching them nice and wide. Really pushing that back heel down towards the floor, so you're creating that engagement in the legs. We're creating engagement, strength in the legs here, strength in the hips, and then of course strength in the shoulders as well as we open in through the chest. Inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale, let's bring the hands to the hips and let's step that right foot forward. Take a little shake out of your legs. Lovely. Hands on the hips. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to step that left foot back this time. Heel comes down to the floor. Bend in the front knee, and then when you're ready, sweeping the arms into the air for our warrior one. Again, we're creating that space. Reach up through the torso. Nice and tall in that spine, finding that length. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, let's bend into those elbows, coming into that cactus. Spreading the hands, the fingers nice and wide here. Lovely, holding it here. Wonderful. Inhale, sweep the arms into the air, reach up high. Exhale, hands come to your hips, and then step that left foot forward. Let's take a little bend in the knees, sweep the arms into the air. Exhale, let's float it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise it up to standing. Circle the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's bring the hands to the hips. We're going to step that right foot back. Heel comes down. Being really mindful when we step back, just taking our time, having some control over the body. Inhale, sweeping the arms into the air. Reach up high. Inhale. Exhale, let's cactus the arms nice and gently. Lift the chest, little squeeze of the shoulder blades, really opening through the chest here. Great for releasing some tension if you're someone that gets tight and anxious in the chest. Having those cactus arms, a really nice little chest opener, can really release that tenseness. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sweep the hands to the hips. Step that foot forward. Inhale, bend in the knees, sweep the arms into the air. Exhale, float it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise it up to standing. Circle the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's bring the hands to the hips. We're stepping that left foot back. Heel comes down. Sweep the arms into the air. Warrior one. Find that stance. Press those feet into the floor. Remember that length in the spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale, cactus the arms. Lovely. Open the chest. Breathe in deeply. Release it out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Step it forward. Inhale, sweep the arms into the air. Exhale, float it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise it up. circle the arms, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Lovely. We're going to come down to take a seat now. So option here, because we're trying to keep this nice and joint friendly, there's an option here to go into a downward facing dog. This is obviously going to be going on the hands and putting a little bit of pressure on those wrists. So if you prefer to just come down to sit on the mat, you can meet us there. Otherwise, we're going to take a little sweep of the arms into the air. Exhale, fold it down, forward fold. Take a breath here first, and then take a generous bend in the knees, plant your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Try to send the tailbone nice and high, pressing the heels down towards the floor. Again, we're spreading those hands and fingers nice and wide here. Lovely. Take a nice deep inhale. Nice long exhale out. Fabulous. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees down to the floor. Untuck the toes. And then just come back to sit towards the heels or come back onto your bottom. And then you're just going to bring the legs out in front. Lovely. So from here, we're going to have the knees bent and we're going to bring the feet flat to the floor. We're going to walk the feet towards the edges of the mat. We're just going to get a nice stretch through the spine here. So we're going to bring the hands in between the legs. Fingertips can just rest down on the floor. And then we're going to start to walk the hands forward as we lower the torso down in between the legs, rounding through the spine, drawing your chin toward your chest. Drop your shoulders. Take a breath here and then just allow the arms to relax, and you'll just feel the hands want to slide back towards the body. So just to create a little bit of engagement in the legs here, you could just press the soles of the feet gently into the floor. Breathe into your spine. Just allowing it just to gently open and release. Making sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed here. Wonderful. Inhale, slowly unravel yourself, bringing yourself up into a seat. Let's bring the legs out in front and then let's make our way down onto our back. Just taking your time. Once you arrive on your back, you're going to draw your knees in towards your chest, giving them a nice little hug, a nice little squeeze. And then you can take a little rock from side to side, or you can pop your hands on the tops of the knees and then just make little small circles. And then this just creates a really nice circular back massage, which is just going to always feel good. Any time of day you need something nice and nourishing on your back. Let's reverse it if you're making those little circles. Lovely. Just going to allow the feet then to come down to the floor, keeping those knees together. We're going to take the arms out into a T shape, and then we're just going to allow the knees to rotate over to the right side of your body, just letting them land however they want to land. No forcing, no pushing. If you can, just try to open up the chest a little bit more here, taking the gaze up towards the sky, and then just gently closing your eyes, taking a few breaths. Try to allow your body to get some heaviness here. Wonderful. When you're ready, nice deep inhale, draw those knees slowly back to center. And then as soon as you're ready, allowing them to just rotate over to the left. Again, just letting them land how they land. It may be that that bottom knee is not touching the floor. Both knees could be quite far away from each other. Wonderful. When you're ready, nice deep inhale. Draw the knees back to center. Let's bring the knees in for one last little hug. Nice big squeeze. And then when you're ready, take it into your final resting pose. Now this could be a full shavasana, so where we extend the legs, take up space with the arms and legs fully relaxed. Or constructive rest can be quite nice, especially if your joints in your limbs are a little bit more sensitive. You might find this a little easier. So walking the feet out to the edges of the mat and then just allowing the knees to rest against each other. So entirely up to you, whatever is your choice. I'm just going to take a few moments here. So just take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, just start to release the body, release your muscles, release the joints. Allow some softness in your body. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, releasing anything else that just isn't serving you, whether that be in the body or something going on with you right now. Even if you're just letting it go for these next few minutes, just finding that little bit of peace, a little bit of respite. Take one more deep breath here. Take a nice sigh out this time. Just allow the breath to be natural. And for the next few moments, just allow nothing else but the following of the breath. It's nice to see the breath as a gentle little wave coming in and out of the body. You can just focus your attention on to allow calm and quiet between body and mind. When you're ready, just start to let go of your breath and just start to bring a little bit of gentle movement back to your body by just wiggling the fingers and the toes. Sometimes it can feel nice to take a nice full body stretch, reaching the arms up and pointing the toes. And then whenever you're ready, just rolling onto your side body and then gently bringing yourself up into that seated position. Once you arrive in your seat, just give yourself a moment just to notice how you feel. And then let's take a nice deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can blink open the eyes if they're not open already. And that brings us to the close of this joint-friendly flow. And that brings us to the close of this joint-friendly flow. I hope that you enjoyed this session. Be sure to like and subscribe and let me know how you got on with this session. There's definitely going to be a lot more joint-friendly sessions like this, so please stay tuned. Some are going to be shorter, some are going to be longer, but stay around for that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.